Hi guys, it's me. So I want to share with you just a quick tip that you can use in your art practices. So you can use markers to stamp with, and I know you've probably heard that you can use water soluble markers, which are like Crayolas, the ones that are for kids. You can use those to stamp with your just regular rubber stamps, but you can also use permanent markers too. So I'll show you a few tricks that you can use in order to get permanent marks. And I came up with this idea because I teach religious education at my church and we didn't have enough ink pads. So we actually used markers and it worked really, really well. So for the water soluble ones, which are the cheap ones, it's very, very easy. You just take the cap off and you scribble on them. And then you can stamp the impression. And it's very clear, very crisp. It's not waterproof though. So I was wondering if you could actually use permanent markers if they would do the same thing. So if you have Sharpies or any kind of permanent marker should work for this. And I had lots of success with these little alpha stamps and also with the clear stamps, the silicone stamps. So you can use those and those work really, really well, especially with the permanent markers. So the trick to this is that you need to kind of apply it really, really fast because it's going to dry super quick, and then you press down and it gives a really good impression. And with this one, because it's so juicy, you can get a few impressions on there out of it. Now it's a little bit more trickier with your bigger stamps. If you're going to use a permanent pen, you kind of have to be super fast and you don't get a really good impression, which is fine for mixed media. So you press down and you see there that I got an impression. Maybe I'll just do one little edge here and we're going to press it down just like that. And up here, like so. So you see that it is making the impression, but you just have to be super fast. Maybe I'll do like that. And then press down. So that's a little bit clearer. Okay. And the alpha stamps work absolutely fabulous. So if we just take this and just really ink it up and do it fast, you see the S here. And it's because it's a smaller circumference so it doesn't dry quickly. That's a little bit different with these guys. These guys work better. So we can apply it and then stamp it. And it's a little bit clearer. So if you're in a bind and you don't have an ink pad, or you're doing this with kids or lots of people and you don't want to buy permanent ink pads, you can just use permanent markers and that works too. So I hope that this technique is useful to you. With the water soluble ones, you can use them, however you want. And actually, you know what? I have sealed them with a sealant. So if you use like a sealer, an acrylic sealer, it will actually seal these in too. So they won't move if you go over them, but I'll show you here. So if I put a little bit of water on here, you'll see that it's activated, right? So if I am layering, actually it doesn't move as much as I thought. You do get just a little bit of movement, but not very much. So kind of cool, but these other ones don't move at all. They are completely permanent, just like ink. So really fun tip and technique. I hope that you try it out, and I will see you guys for the next video. Let me know how the results are, if you tried this before, and how you plan to use it. I'd love to hear it, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.